Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Katie, and today we're going to learn about belting. You always want to be singing from a place of freedom and relaxation, even when you're belting. Now, belting is not just shouting. It's not just singing in the highest part of your range. You also have to keep everything relaxed to make sure that everything is placed in the proper way so that you have all of these different things working for you, so you end up working less to produce a full booming sound. First of all, we're going to talk about engaging that diaphragm. That is going to be very, very important. Now remember, some people think that this portion of their body right here, this portion of their belly, when they're breathing is their diaphragm. That is not your diaphragm. That is your viscera. Those are where your organs and your intestines and all those little the squishy parts of your body, those are all stored there. Now you have your diaphragm, which is an upside down shaped dome muscle, and when it contracts, your lungs want to fill with air, expand, and then when you are squeezing these muscles, the intercostal muscles, squeezing inward and down, and that viscera is still out, that diaphragm remains contracted because we want to remain this barrel right here, this balloon expanded as much as we possibly can so that we can supply a steady stream of air to our vocal folds to create a beautiful, clear sound. Okay, so first we're going to engage that diaphragm. So we're squeezing from the sides. If you haven't seen that video, you got to see it. It's one of the first ones that I've done in this series. And give me a s. So we're doing that squeezy thing right there. All right, ready? Fill and squeeze. Okay, now we're going to engage the breath and think up and over. You have to think up and over with your breath versus just coming straight out, because then you're not engaging that soft palate, lifting on the back of your throat. That's going to be very, very important. And you're going to conserve your air. You're not going to use as much as what you think you need. So it's going to be a hee, hee, hee. Nice and light. Hee, hee. All right, you ready? So we have 1, 2, breathe, engage. Hee, hee, hee. All right, now we're going to do a ha, ha, ha. Ha. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, now we're going to give a hey. All right, so how we felt the he, and then we have the ha. We felt that lift in that soft palate. Now we're going to give a hey. Okay, we're going to feel that lift up and over. So ready? We have he, he, he. Now we have a ha. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, now we're going to do a hey. Hey, hey, hey. Everything should feel expanded, lifted, and relaxed. Okay, now this is why the hey is important, to do this in such a relaxed, neutral kind of part in your range, and then also make sure it's not super high, but you're still lifting that soft palate, feeling that motion. It's because you want to feel that hey in a relaxed state. If you started in your chest voice at the highest point with this hey, and you feel this tension, like, oh my goodness, you're going to think tight, and you don't want to constrict your vocal mechanism at all. You should think relaxed and in a place of freedom. Okay, so if you start feeling that tension, I want you to back off and I want you to think, oh, relaxed. Oh. And it's okay to make funny noises. Do you know why? Voice lessons are all about making funny noises. Really? Sometimes I joke with my students, I'm like, whoever said singing was pretty was a liar. Yes. Totally true. So we're going to make some funny noises. Your voice may crack. You may have some breaks in your voice and things like that. You may have to feel what it's like to have tension in your voice before you relax it and realize, oh, there's an easier way. So that he and the ha, hey, is just meant to focus that tone in this mask of singing, air up and over, lifted soft palate, engaging that abdomen. Now, with the hey, we are going to keep that in our chest voice, but it should remain as light and as free as we did in those previous exercises. And I'm not just talking about a hey, hey. It should be a hey, 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 hey. Like somebody took the last ketchup packet for your French fries. Hey! It's in the front. Try to keep that focus tone. Hey! That was so relaxed. There was no tension there. Try it again. Hey! A little bit more. hey, a little bit higher, hey, and I'm gauging that diaphragm, get a little poof, poof, hey, and I said, hey, yeah, yeah, you hear that? So that hey, focusing it right there. Now, my friend down the hall, she used to teach down the hall for me, Esther, I love you. She also heard her students do the hey taxi, bring it up just a little bit more because you're trying to hail a cab, hey, taxi, and it's very present. Very forward, right there. Hey, taxi, right there, that lift there, but that freedom, tension-free singing. An exercise that I give my students if they're having trouble with a certain note or a certain group of notes and it's right in that range, we do the hey before we sing that run or before we sing that line, and it usually helps remind them, oh, sing from a relaxed state. I'm working too hard. Don't try to crank that larynx and try to bring it up and try to make sure that you're like, trying to bring it really, really tight. So you want to make sure that everything is nice and loose. It's a really good reminder. Now, here is an exercise that I give my students. And it's yay, yay, yay. So instead of hey, 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 it's yay, yay, yay. Yay, yay, yay. So I am on an A chord, so the A below middle C, and then I'm starting on the E above middle C. And it's a 5, 3, 1, or so, mi, do, all right? And it's a yay, yay, yay. Very, very comfortable, very relaxed, okay? Nice air up and over. Yay, yay, yay. 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 Now, I'm going to break that down just a little more. There's that E. So the E helps launch it into that resonance, and the is nice and light. So it's E. So I'm launching it in that resonance and just having a little E springboard, so I focus it forward. So it's not yeah, where my soft palate is down. Yeah, that hurt. Oh, that actually really hurt. But it's nice and light. Yeah. Yeah, and we start off very gentle in the lower part of the range, and then eventually we go up. Yeah. Now, people typically think of belting, they think of their chest voice, and you know that's pretty common, but you could also use your mixed voice with that, like Led Zeppelin Immigrant Song. Yes. It's in that mixed tone where it's the lightness of your falsetto as I describe it, but the power of your chest voice. And so, yes, you can belt in that area. It's just a very focused tone, very forward, but at the same time being very relaxed. Here, you want to make sure everything is relaxed because then you want to make sure that you're not just singing for a hot minute, that you can sustain yourself through an entire show or through an entire set. And you'll be able to do it again the next day or even later that day just as well as you did before. So it's all about the marathon. It's never about the sprint. Now, I do have to talk about this over singing thing because I'm really good at that. And I look back at my old videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd really love to change that. I actually have a video coming up on over singing as well. But it's, it came from a time where I was really struggling. I thought I just had a baby, I wasn't sleeping a lot, and my hormones were just all over the place. And if you don't know this, hormones can really play or have an effect on your voice. And I've heard stories of women having babies and not being able to recover their voices after that. That really scared me because I thought I was in that spot. But, don't lose hope. I worked with my friend Esther, took a couple voice lessons, got myself back into the swing of things. But it did take me a good year and a half to get that going. And what I didn't do is that I didn't allow myself to relax. I didn't allow myself to have grace with myself when I was working on different songs on my channel. I just felt like I had to go, get it out now. And there are parts where I cringe and I'm like, man, that really was not what I think I'm capable of, or it's just I can tell I'm singing from so much tension, and I know better. But since then, I've calmed down. I've dialed it back a lot. I feel like I've recovered a lot. But the moral of the story is, It's okay to be in one spot and it's okay to accept where you are in one spot in your vocal range right now, and just know like tomorrow's another day. I can always work through this. Okay? Be patient with yourself. I was not patient with myself and I push. And I'm really good at doing that. But since then, the past year, I've been learning how to just sit in where I am and to relax and to work through certain things vocally. I just hope that it encourages you because this is a process. I'm 36 years old and I feel like my voice is stronger than it's ever been because I'm singing in a healthy way rather than just cranking on my voice and just hoping that something comes out. But it's also because I had to have a lot of patience with myself and just knowing that, yep, some days they're going to be great. Some days are just not going to be so great. But I try to stay consistent with my warm-ups. I try to push myself in healthy ways. And I want you to do the same. Okay, if you want more belting exercises, you have to visit my Patreon page. I have exercises exclusive just for them. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.